There's a lot of friction. Hot dog.
Fire once was the hot dog. That's how you got here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Hund the Hound here with another story time with Hund. I am Hund. So, I haven't made one of these videos in a while, and I wanted to make one IRL, but I also found this lovely world by the same person that made the worlds that Hund's Mind Prison used, so I don't think Hund's Mind Prison's coming back unless you guys beg for it. But anyway, I wanted to tell a story about visiting a little place in the middle of what I thought was the middle of nowhere, called Bedford, PA. So, if many of you have not caught on, Ginny Beats and I are, we're really good friends. We're really, really good friends. And we want to see each other, but we live 8 hours apart. I live in Northeast Ohio. Ginny lives in Jersey. She's like Snooki, but like a furry. Not really, no. But it was really hard for her to come out and see us, and for me to drive out there because I drive a Chevy Bolt. B-O-L-T, not the Volt, the Bolt. This is important to the story, okay? So, driving out there on this one of the slowest charging EVs puts like 3 hours on your drive time. It's not even drive time, your time total, because we'll be spending at chargers. So Ginny and I had the idea to meet at a halfway point. And halfway between where she's at and where I'm at, hit this little spot in the middle called Bedford, Pennsylvania. And I was looking at this place on the map and trying to find a hotel and yada yada yada. We got an Airbnb. It was just like a mobile home, but they had a place to charge my car, so that was cool of them. I told them I'd pay them for it, but they never asked, so whatever. I mean, it only costs like less than $13 of electricity. Not the point. But anyway, to get to Bedford, PA, I took the back roads. I don't like taking toll roads, and the back roads are slower. I have stick drift. The back roads are slower. Yeah, it takes a little bit more time, but I'm not using as much electricity out of the battery. So at the end of the day, I'm doing less miles, it takes a little bit of time, but I'm not wasting time charging. It just works out. And I'm going down Route 30, which is the Lincoln Memorial Highway. It's very, very beautiful. And I'm driving out there, and it's just this wonderful curvy road, and I'm just enjoying this because this little hatchback is really fun to drive. It's not like a Ford Focus, sporty little thing, but it's still cool for what it is. And if you follow me on like social media, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebooks, you probably have seen that I posted some pictures from the trip, and there's beautiful views, a road overlooking just miles and miles of Pennsylvania, Appalachian. Is it Appalachian? Mountains. They're just mountains. They're their thing. They go whoop, and then they, And the drive there was so beautiful. And one of the things I noticed on the way there was the Flight 93 Memorial. And I was like, oh, I have to stop. We have to stop. And this is going to the Airbnb. I hadn't picked up Ginny yet. So me and Ginny, get to the Airbnb. We decided to go get some groceries and stuff like that. I was thinking this place was just a little hick town with like nothing really cool in it, nothing really going on. But here's some of the cool things I found before I get to the main part of the story. You should go to Bedford, PA. Because one, there's actually an EV charger there. It's a fast charger. Cool. Yay, is one. So they're not that far behind. And two, there's a place called Coral Caverns. And this place online looks like it's some gimmicky, hokey thing. They got, colored lights and stuff like that. But when you get there, you learn some pretty amazing things. They have embedded in the walls of this cave coral, like actual coral. And this is Pennsylvania. How did it get here? Well, it turns out that coral is a lot really old, millions of years old. Like where this ground used to be out into the ocean before tectonic plates got squished up into the mountains that we were in. Cool, huh? So I definitely recommend going out there. Another place that we went to that I really was like, oh, this looks kind of neat, was a place called the Bernay Tavern. It is actually older than this country. It was made in 1769. Nice. And it's supposed to be haunted. But if you ask for go there, go eat in the basement, which is really cool. You'll be in a place where the first president ate, where some guy was hung by the fireplace, which we were sitting next to. The food was amazing, and you can ask for the ghost book, and they'll give you this book full of, like, it's a binder full of, like, pictures. And, like, okay, I've watched enough ghost hunters to be like, or ghost adventures to be like, that's dust. Like old grainy pictures or something they photoshopped and blew up. I'm not saying it's fake, but some of it's just like, okay, really? If anybody that doesn't have heartburn wants to know what heartburn feels like, here is a visual representation. The little acid-producing pumps. The burger that you ate, that you regret. I don't know what he's about, but whatever. So the fun part. Ginny and I are driving in my Chevy Bolt to the Flight 93 Memorial. Spirits are high. We're happy. You know, we got to relax at the Airbnb a little bit before. And we're driving there, and it's just beautiful. My range is plummeting because I'm going uphill, but going down is amazing. And we get to the Flight 93 Memorial, and I'm just going to give you a little visual as best I can. We get into this turn lane here, as you see in blue, and there's this giant coal truck out of nowhere trying to be funny or murder us and swerves into the lane. And I have to make an emergency right and, you know, skid out of the way just in time. And I'm telling you, let me explain to you how bad this would have been if that thing hit me. Say what you want about heavy EVs. This thing only weighs 1.8 tons. 3,600 pounds. Maybe 2 with us in it and a good China buffet. A dump truck, unloaded, is like 6.5 to 7.5 tons. And these are coal trucks. It might have been loaded up to like 10 tons. You know, the Chevy Bolt has very high crash ratings. It has like airbags all around it, which is why it looks so weird and bulky inside. But that's a very safe car. But not in that situation. We would have lost instantly. It would have been my side too. I would have been crushed and Ginny would have been, who knows. She might have been fine. She might have gotten it too. But the point being, we nearly died. When the truck went by, I pulled into the Flight 93 Memorial and just pulled off to the side and just sat there. So fucking pissed that we almost died because some guy wanted to be a smartass. And Ginny's freaking out, obviously. You know, she's losing her mind. And because of her, I didn't turn around and do something very stupid. Because I looked at that truck as it was driving away, and every ounce of my body said, go follow it. And if it stops, do what you feel's best. And I was just upset at the time. And we were also at the Flight 93 Memorial, and it's very hard to think about something that happened. You know, you're at an actual place where a terrorist attack was stopped. These people sacrificed their lives to slam this plane into the ground so it didn't hit the White House or the Capitol building or whatever it was going towards. And this jackass almost fucking killed us in front of it. Because he thought it was funny. And we went to the Coral Caverns after that. And I talked to the guy there that runs it. Wonderful gentleman. I could talk to him forever. He has so much in his brain. He is so smart. And I'm just reliving it. It's so frustrating. I told him what happened. And he's like, you know, these coal truck drivers, they don't care. They treat this place like F1. They will pass those giant 8 to 10 ton trucks will pass people like they own the fucking road. I'm surprised they haven't killed more people. I don't know what kind of arrogance these people think they have that they could do this stuff. It's so frustrating. If I would have called the cops, would they have done anything? I would have followed and got license plate. Would the cops have done anything? Probably not, because we're just some outsiders. I don't talk like them, so they probably wouldn't have given a shit what I said. I was just so pissed. But beyond that, Ginny and I had a great time and really enjoyed seeing the beautiful countryside. The railing that I took a lot of photos at that shoots off into the mountain area, people put a bunch of stickers along it, and I put mine on there too. And here's a picture of it. And if you find it, take a picture of it and tag me. I did the one in the center. I didn't do the two on the outside of it. It just felt like good placement. And on that news, after going east and nearly dying, in like a week, I will be driving, me and Lily will be driving out to Jersey with a U-Haul to go pick up Jeannie. We got a 5x8 trailer. We're going to load it full of her stuff. We're going to drive back. We're going to shove most of it in a storage locker. And then Jeannie will live with us for about a month. So you might see some content with her in the background or TikToks that she wants to film that I don't want to participate in. But she makes me anyway. And then hopefully Jeannie will get her own place within a month or so. I feel like, okay, yes, I know Ohio, the memes, blah, 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 the color of the state. It's cheaper to live here. It's so much cheaper to live here, especially in the part of Northeast Ohio that I'm in. Because a studio, hole-in-the-wall apartment in Jersey would have cost $1,600. You know, where I'm at in Ohio, $1,600 gets you a house to rent, not to own, to rent. Which you could split with your friends. And there are jobs here. Some are manufacturing. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't go into automotive. Trust me. You guys remember where I worked before was in automotive, and they're kind of tanking. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Very true story. Very true story. I'll try to do these a bit more. Maybe we'll make one for the road trip for Jeannie. Maybe we'll just film it. I don't know. But thank you guys very much. Have a good day.
There's a lot of friction. They just twist it around. So get
Fire once likes a hot dog. That's how you got here.